Good day, dear viewers of Royal Television. You are welcome to today's edition of Sports Box, only on Royal Television. With me and Nguni Sunita, I am Kusona Claudia Voma. Stay with us, don't go anywhere. Our box is full. As we come back, we give you more. You are welcome back to Sportsbox. Today we have a lot to tell you about. We have the profiling of our very own media officer for CAF in the person of Angu Leslie. Why not the complete results of match day 2, the fixtures of match day 3, and why not the early bets, that is Elexpo and Bestars, who played yesterday in Limbe. We have a lot more to talk about, the fixtures of the MTN Elite 1 and more. But first, let's go to the profiling of our very owner, Angu Leslie. He is the CEO of Kick 442 and why not the CAF media officer for Unifac Zone. Angu Leslie Akongwingwa is actually the leading Cameroonian sports journalist. He is a media strategist and why not a football communications expert whose influence cuts across both national and continental football landscapes. Popularly known as Dr. Stats, he has built a reputation for blending data-driven analysis with compelling storytelling, positioning himself as a distinctive voice in modern African sports journalism. As the founder and CEO of Kick442.com, he has transformed the outlet from a modest digital platform into one of Cameroon's most credible sources for football news, covering everything from grassroots competitions to elite continental tournaments and why not governance issue. His professional journey reflects a unique combination of journalism and hands-on football administration. Early roles with clubs such as Tico United and Isle of Hope Sports Academy in Limbe provided him with deep practical insights into the inner workings of the game, an experience that continues to enrich his reporting and analysis. Building on his foundation, he progressed into high-level media operations, becoming a trusted media officer for the Confederation of African Football, where he has coordinated media activities at major competitions, including 3 Africa Cup of Nations, 2 African Nation Championships, and CAF Interclub tournaments, managing press relations and content flow at some of the continent's biggest football events. Beyond the African stage, his expertise has extended into the global arena through engagements linked to 2 FIFA competitions, where he has contributed in content creation and media support roles. This rare blend of CAF and FIFA experience places him among a select group of African journalists with both continental and international exposure. At the same time, Angu Leslie has established himself as a thought leader in sports media, known for his strong editorial stance on football governance, his advocacy for professionalism in journalism, and his consistent use of data to support analysis, making him both respected and at the same time a provocative voice within the industry. His impact has been recognized through several accolades, including being named Best Sports Journalist at the VIMA Awards in 2021, alongside his role as the jury member for National Football Awards in Cameroon. Beyond accolades, he remains deeply committed to mentoring the next generation of journalists, contributing to training initiatives and workshops aimed at raising standards in sports reporting. Through his analytical style, authoritative voice, and growing continental footprint, Angu Leslie Akongwingwa continues to show and shape the narrative of African football. Standing at the intersection of data, storytelling and governance in a rapidly evolving media landscape. That was our very own Angu Leslie Akongwingwa, Unified CAF Media Officer. We move straight to the Southwest Regional League. That is the complete fixtures of match day 2, where we had exciting encounters. Why not in Dian, in Manu, and why not here in Fako, where we had fixtures that were actually thrilling on good pitches. We had also revelations we couldn't talk about, like Summer Sports Academy, a team no one could actually imagine could go that far. They actually lost the game, but their performance was top notch. For that, we say kudos to the coach of Summer Sports Academy, for where we had Al Jazeera being beaten by Elexpor of Limbe by 4-2, and why not Sinodet FC here in Boya had a narrow win over Dream Soccer Academy, without leaving out Boya City defeating our very own Summer Sports Academy. We also had Mount Cameroon, who had a draw with Ates on a 0-all tie. Kamjo Sports Academy had to trash Rising Stars of Limbe by 5-0, and Option Sports of Limbe beat Destiny Restoration by 2-1. Talented FC 1, Best Stars 0. Where United suffered a home defeat from Fako United side by 2-1. And in Kumba, we saw Kumba Lakers give APA FA the beating of its 5-2. And why not Wasipito suffered a defeat in their own backyard by Dream Soccer Academy, Future Dreams Academy by 3-0. And in Mafe, we saw Manu United beat Legend FA by 1-0. That was actually the complete results of match day 2, and we take you straight into match day 3, where we had early bets yesterday in Limbe. But let's give you the matches, and we'll talk about what happened in Limbe yesterday. First, we had the first game yesterday in Limbe, where we had the Best Stars, who actually took on Rising Stars. It was a 5-0 win for Best Stars in Limbe at the Middle Farms Stadium. Why not Elexpo carrying the day with 2-0, that is to Ates. We also have tomorrow, Thursday, we have Manu United, who will be hosting Boya City FC, and why not Dream Soccer will be hosting Mount Cameroon. We still have a Summer Academy, who will be receiving Option Sports Academy all the way from Limbe, and why not Sinodev will be hosting our very own Al Jazeera. Boya United FC will be hosting Kamjo Sports Academy. Fako United will be taking on Talented SA. Wasipito in Kumba will be receiving APA FC all the way from Tombe, and why not Kumba Lakers will be receiving the Mampe side United. To crown match day 3, we have Future Dreams, who will be holding or hosting Legend Football Academy in Kumba. That was it. Let's take you back to Limbe, where we had Elexpor Wallop actually attest in their own backyard by 2-0, and why not Best Stars Academy had to wash clean Rising Stars. They are newcomers in the league, mind you. They are not versed with the league, but coming to the regional league, you must be prepared to witness anything that comes to it. But without going far, let's listen to what the coaches of Ates and the coach of Elexpo had to say after the game in Limbe.
It wasn't a bad game. We gave our opponents too much respect. I think that's where we failed. We gave our opponents too much respect, so we were able to dominate the game. After the goal, we tried to come back, but again, in the course of the match, we still conceded another goal that really killed our spirit. For the remaining time, our players tried, but we could not get a goal. So we'll try to correct these mistakes, try to exploit our own chances that we lost, and see how we can come out from this.
Barnabas, coach of Elexpor. It was a great game. It was a great game. We are playing against a very young and vibrant Ates side. So we knew it's going to be difficult because I watched the team against Cameroon. So I knew it's going to be difficult. But with all our experience and the determination and great experience from our players and great intensity, I think we were able to win this game. So great continuation. I think three games, 9 points and 8 goals scored and 2 considered. I think it is a great performance. So we just have to continue working, and our limit. The sky is not even our limit, because we have the ambition for this year is very, very, very big. So we keep working. This 3 points is going to motivate us for our next game against Dream Soccer here in Limbe. So we keep working. Congratulations to my guys. They respected all the advice that we gave them. So congratulations to them.
That was actually what the coach of Elexpo Sports Academy of Limbe, the president of Njoku Barnabas, had to say after they brainwashed Atez. He said his most expecting game is that of Mount Cameroon, as they anticipate to welcome Mount Cameroon in Limbe. We take you straight to the MTN Elite One Championship, where we have exciting fixtures over the weekend. That is from Thursday right up to Sunday. First at the start in Bafang, we have Unisport of Honkam, who will be hosting the Garabe side Coton Sport of Garwa. Same at the Stade Omnisport Annex 1 in Yaoundé. Same on Thursday. We have a Canon Sportive of Yaoundé, who will also be hosting the Garabe side Gazelle Football Academy. While on Sunday in Bamenzi, we have Aigle Royal de la Ménois, who will be hosting Colombe Sportive de Nja et Lobo. And in Melong, we have Aigle Royal du Mongo, who will be receiving Parenthèse Sportive Dundee. In Douala, at the Stade de Réunification de Bepanda, we have a Dynamo of Douala, who will be receiving the boys from the Abakwa boys from Bamenda, that is PWD of Bamenda. And in Limbe, Geme Omnisport Stadium, we have Victoria United, who will be hosting Stade Rena de Melon. And to crown match the 12th of the MTN Elite One Championship, we have at the Stade Omnisport Annex 1 of Yaoundé, where AS Fortuna d'Info will be taking on Fauvaziou Elite Club of Yaoundé. That was it for the fixtures of the MTN Elite One Championship. Let's go on this short break. When we come back, you meet our guests. You are welcome back to today's edition of Sports Box. Today, Wednesday, the 25th of March 2026. With us in the studio, we have the captain of Elexport Sports Academy of Limbe, and the president of Faith Tabo, and the captain of Al Jazeera Sports Academy, all the way from Moyoka, in the president of Tabi Eta Vidal. Tabi, you are welcome.
Thank you, ma'am.
You are welcome, Faith.
Thank you. Thank you.
This is Sportbox, and on Sportsbox we have a lot to talk about. First, let me go with the captain of Al Jazeera. When you got the call to come for Sportsbox on Royal Television, what was your feeling?
It was a normal feeling. Yeah. a very interesting one to be part of. So that's why I made it present.
Okay. Table fit. When you got the call from your coach and personally from your president, how was your take?
Well, I had a lot in mind. I was like, what are they going to ask? What do they want to know?
Okay.
But it's a call and I have to show up. But it's an exciting call, so I'm glad to be here.
Good. Back to you. Can you tell us a little bit about the Al Jazeera Sports Academy from Moyoka?
All right. Al Jazeera Sport Academy dates far back in the years. It started like just an interquarter team with boys from Moyoka, precisely Makanga, a quarter in Moyoka. So it actually came to the limelight of the Southwest football. That was in the 2021-2022 season. That was Fakolik. When the president now, Mr. Ikechukwu Jonas, brought up the idea of registering for the Southwest Fakolik. That's how he gathered the players, and I was opportune to be one of them at that time. So that is when we got the qualification for the Southwest Regional League. So this is the 5th season of the club existing in the Southwest Regional League.
Okay. Table fit. Can you tell our viewers a little bit about Elect Sports Sports Academy of Limbe?
Okay. Well, Alexpo, I believe, to the biggest teams in the Southwest region, came to the limelight, I think, 1972. Yes, Alexpo was created. Alexpo was created, I think, 1972. Alexpo was first of all run by Power Camp. Yeah, Alexpo has played the MTN Elite 1. Alexpo has won the Cameroon Cup. Alexpo stopped in the MTN Elite 1 1992. So the team was actually dissolved. Due to some, the group separated actually. The power camp separated, so the team was actually dissolved. But the present president of Alexpo, Valentine, he came up with this brilliant idea, wanting to create a hospital for Alexpo. But the old players of Alexpo were like, President, why don't you bring back Alexpo? Rather than creating a hospital that can treat the old players, why don't you just create an Expo? He bought the idea and he decided to birth the team. So this team came back like 2003. He was still the president. Alexpo played the National Interpol 2004. So the team was still dissolved. Later on, the president still decided to bring back Alexpo, but in a new dimension. So he brought back Alexpo 2022, where Alexpo started from the Faco Divisional League, and Alexpo qualified as the champion of the Faco Divisional League against Camjo Sports Academy, of which I was the captain of Camjo Sports Academy.
Okay.
So Alexpo won Camjo Sports Academy 2-0. So Alexpo qualified for the Southwest Regional League. Alexpo has played the Regional League for 2 years now. So this is the 3rd year. So Alexpo has gone for the mini Interpol or the 2 years. So that's a brief summary of Alexpo.
Okay. As a captain and seeing the season going on the way, what are your ambitions for this season with Alexpo?
Well, if I'm being honest, the only thing I want from Alexpo this year is for us to represent the region.
Okay. And how do you intend to do that? Meanwhile, you have the likes of the Talented Football Academy, the Al Jazeera's here present, the Fako Uniteds and the Soma and the Camjos and all the rest.
Well, Elexpo has Elexpo has the winning mentality. It's a team where losing is a crime.
Okay.
Yeah, losing is a crime in Elexpo. So we have that mentality of not losing. You don't have to lose a game. The president makes it very clear. He doesn't lose. He doesn't lose. He never lose. So the fact just that mentality itself distinguish Elexpo from a lot of teams. So I believe that mentality is who plays 70% of taking us through all these other teams.
When you take a look at this picture, taking a look at that armband, what can you say?
I say
That's all. And looking at this group of boys, seeing their faces with no smiles on them, what is the message Elexpo players are trying to pass on?
It's a word we always use. Sacred ball for ground. Elexpo is a family. We believe we are all lions, and this mentality comes directly from the president. He makes it very clear. He never loses. So we have that winning mentality of fighting always.
Vidalita, listening to what the captain of Elexpo, Tabo Faith, has said, does Al Jazeera, you as a captain, is it that same mentality or that same spirit you have, or you're actually coining your own from another direction?
Well, it's the same mentality every team has to win. But now we have to go with the objective of the president. Well, coming back to Al Jazeera, the president made it clear to us he's out to build and groom young talents. So it's a different face from the years that have passed. Like if you see most of the old players, they have gone. Now you see the players present, most of them are playing the Southwest Regional League for the first time. So it's not going to be the same. Yeah, we are trying. It's a new group and we are taking it step by step. I believe.
Looking at this army from Moyoka, is it an army from Moyoka or is it an army from the Southwest region?
It's an army from Moyoka.
Okay.
Yeah. Everybody wearing that JC with that logo is playing for the town, the Moyoka city.
So what's so peculiar about this squad? This is actually the squad that was promoted from the Fako Divisional League up to the Southwest Regional League. So what is so peculiar about Al Jazeera Sports Academy?
Al Jazeera Sport Academy is a place to be for anyone who wants to play football, anyone who wants to build his talent, who wants to go forward in football. Yeah, it's not only about playing for the Southwest Regional League, because we have had so many talents in the past years who have come through Al Jazeera and they are in the Elite One. Some have gone to Europe, so it's a place to be.
So as captains, what does winning mean to each of you that is just beyond just the scoreline? I will go with the captain of Elexpo.
Well, to me, winning is everything. Winning is everything. That's my mentality. Just win.
Okay, what about you, Vida?
As a footballer or as a human in life, nobody wants to lose. So going out there, we go with the winning mentality.
Okay, so do you prefer to play badly and win a game, or do you prefer to play beautiful football and actually lose a game? What can you say in respect to that, Faith?
Well, I will go for playing badly and winning a game.
Why?
Because that's the aim. Why am I in the pitch? I just want to win. That's my mentality.
Vida? Do you prefer to play badly and win a game, or you prefer to give us the best football we can watch on that green turf and you actually lose that game?
Well, the main goal is the 3 point. So I prefer anything that I can do to have that 3 points. That's why there's a saying, football is a friendly war. So when you go out there, you can do anything just to win.
Is performance more important than results, or would you sacrifice a good performance just to secure a victory?
Well, I would sacrifice a good performance to get a victory.
Why?
Like I said, I just want to win. That is my mentality.
L-Expo is victory.
It's victory. It's either you win or you win. That's L-Expo.
What about you, Vidal?
Well, every prayer of a player is to win. But there's one thing. A player is not bigger than a team. So you have to go with the team objective. If they are out to groom talent, to showcase talents, then you have to go with it.
So would you rather win because of the referee's mistake, or lose knowing everything was fair? Why do you laugh at every question I ask?
Because the questions are actually very funny.
Okay.
Okay, well, like I said,
You just want to...
I don't really care what the referee does. I'm being honest. L-Expo is win. We go out there, there's only one thing, there's only one information that is given to us. You guys are going there to win. The president makes it very clear. I don't lose.
Okay.
So I'd rather, as the captain, I'll do everything possible just to win.
Would you prefer a referee helping you to win, or you accept the game as it's supposed to be?
Well, there is nothing like helping me to win.
Okay.
Because if I'm not capable to win, I won't, even if I'm being helped. So you capitalize on someone's error to make your victory.
Okay.
That's it.
So what if your team keeps losing a game? At what point do you start questioning yourself as a captain?
Well, if my team loses up to 3 games, right? The first game I'll consider it to be a mistake.
Okay.
Second game I might consider it to be a mistake, but the third game I'll question myself.
Why?
Is it the communication? Am I not doing my job as the captain? Am I not leading the group? Is there a divided spirit in the group? I'll ask myself so many questions. So I think from the second losing the second game itself, I'll start questioning myself.
And what about the third game?
Third game will be catastrophic.
Why do you think it's going to be catastrophic?
Because where I come from, L-Expo, winning, losing.
So what is so peculiar about this winning aspect of
L-Expo?
L-Expo?
The winning aspect of L-Expo comes from the fact that the president makes it very clear. He told us that when he was young, he has always had this mentality of that he doesn't lose even when he's arguing with his daughter.
Oh.
That he doesn't lose. And so that's the kind of person he is. So even arguing just with his daughter at home, he doesn't lose. Then imagine you playing a game, an important game to that man doesn't lose.
If your team keeps losing, Vidal, at what point do you start questioning yourself as the captain?
Well, personally, I will start questioning from day 3.
Why day 3? Why not the first or the second game?
I just believe, taking for example the group we have, they are newcomers, so we need to give them time to know what they are into. So I believe the first day, the second, from the third day, they are already realizing where they are.
Hey, Royal TV viewers! Your voice matters, and now we want to hear it louder than ever. We've created a special WhatsApp feedback group just for you. Got opinions about our shows? Suggestions to make Royal TV better? Compliments, complaints, or hot takes? This is your direct line to us. Joining is easy. Simply scan the QR code on your screen right now, and you're instantly connected to the Royal TV community. Be part of the conversation. Influence our programs. Help shape the future of your favorite TV station. Don't just watch. Interact, engage, be heard. Scan the code and join the Royal TV WhatsApp group now. When we dream alone, it is only a dream. But when many dream together, it is the beginning of a new reality. Hey, Royal TV viewers, your voice matters, and now we want to hear it louder than ever.
You are welcome back here at Royal Television in Poya. Still a reminder that we are the captains of Elexpol Academy of Limbe and Why Not Al Jazeera Sports Academy all the way from Moyoka with Faith Tabo and Why Not Tabi Eta Vidal. Back to you guys. I will go this time with Vidal. If a star player refuses to defend and flaunts your order as a captain, what are you going to do? You laugh.
Well, no player is bigger than a team. That's what we are made to know. No player is bigger than a team. You have to play for the team. And if you're not ready to play for the team, then you step aside.
So there's no star player in Al Jazeera. Everyone is equal.
We are all equal and we are ready to work.
The voice of Joku Barnabas. If a star player flaunts your orders as a captain and refuses to defend, do you protect him or do you have an outburst?
Well, in the pitch, I'll say nothing. I might continue communicating with everybody. I'll continue leading. But after the game, I'll call the player to order. But I'll say nothing during the game.
So would you sacrifice your star player for a must-win game because of indiscipline?
Nah.
Why? Why wouldn't you do that? Meanwhile, he disrespected your personality as the captain, as the leader of the team.
Well, like I said, if I have to win that game, that's all that matters. Yes, winning the game is the only thing that matters. If that star player disrespects me, and if him disrespecting me will cause me to win the game, that's okay. I just want to win.
I see Vidala.
Yeah.
In your situation, how are you going to handle that?
Well, at the moment we are out for war, so I think we can handle that after. Leave that for the management.
Okay. I know you two know each other. So between you two and you know your teams very well, who do you think the other teammates trust more than the other? Do you think your teammates trust you? Do you think your teammates believe in you?
Yes, I do.
Why do you
First,
think so?
giving me the armband was not a decision from the management. It's from the players, the young players. They say, no, you have been a leader, you came back, we still trust in your leadership, so you can go with us.
Right.
Well, for me, I believe my teammates believe in me so much because I'm a fun person. They love being around me. Whenever I'm in the team, everybody's smiling.
Okay.
So the players voted actually, so I think they chose me. So the team respected their decision. So I think the team believes in me. I think the players do.
If winning actually hides your team's weakness, is it really progress?
If winning really actually hides my
Your
team's
team's weakness, is it progress?
Yes, it is.
How is it progress?
Well, in the back door, it's not progress. In the back door, actually.
That is the back door we want to know
Okay,
about.
you want to know the back door. Well, actually, it's not really progress.
Okay.
Yeah, because winning, I might call it luck. Yes, if you don't win, we have to win by knowing what we are doing. We should know what we are doing before winning. If winning by luck is, I don't call winning by luck progress.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would take for example our present situation. I prefer starting on a bad foot to know where you went wrong, so as to correct everything. So when you start fully, there is no going back. Like for example, 2 seasons back, we lost the first 5 games of the first round, and we started with a winning mentality. We won the last game of the first round, and when we came back the second round, we had everything right. We didn't lose the game
Till the end of the season.
yes. It's just that we were a little bit late, we couldn't make it to the mini interpol.
Okay. So when you lose but play well, do you see it as growth or do you see failure in disguise?
Come again?
When you actually lose a game but play well, do you see it as growth or do you see failure in disguise?
It's growth.
How is it growth?
Because it implies that the cohesion is coming.
Okay.
Yeah, playing well means that cohesion is coming. It takes time, so the there are situations that it takes time for that cohesion. You know, you have players coming from elite, you have players coming different, they have met different coaches, they have different mentalities. So if winning, if losing, but I can see that cohesion, that's progress.
So you prefer growth?
I prefer growth.
Well, winning or losing while playing well is just...
No, the question actually goes thus. When you lose a game and you play bad or you play well, do you see growth or do you see failure in disguise?
Well, I see growth. Yeah.
How is that possible?
If you lose a game on a match day while playing well, it means the opponent you met is...
Do you tell yourself you play well, or is it from the commentaries or what people say that you can judge yourself you had a good game?
No, stepping out there, you know your quality. You know when you have a good game, and you know when you have a bad
you're
game.
giving your all, meanwhile the spectators don't see that all you are giving.
Well, they have their own way of judging it. Yeah. I'm answerable to one person, and that's the coach. If the coach tells you you've done it, then actually you've done it. So if you lose while playing well, that means the opponent on that day was a better one.
Okay. So can a team succeed if the captain is respected but not feared?
Can a team succeed if the captain is respected
But not feared.
but not feared?
Yes.
This team will succeed for sure.
How would a team succeed if the captain is not feared but he's respected?
Well, you don't need to fear me. You just have to respect me. Respecting me doesn't mean you should fear me. You can respect someone without being scared of that person. So, it's progress.
Is that? Can a team succeed?
It's very possible. Yeah.
How is that possible?
Being a captain is just a role to play. All of you are teammates. So you don't need to fear me. Just respect the position. That's it.
Do you believe consistency is more important than brilliance?
Fact. Yeah, I
How
believe
is
so.
that fact?
Because consistency is everything. You can be as brilliant as what, but someone that does something every day, it becomes, at a certain point, if you are so consistent with something, it might even seem like you are so talented with that thing. So consistency is everything.
What about someone who is consistent but that job actually does not like the person? Can you say it's brilliance?
Well, we are going to be honest. You can't tell me you want to be a model and you are short. It doesn't even make sense. As it's just an honest truth, you understand? So if you are consistent with something, it's a possibility. You can't be so consistent with something that is not even possible.
Good. So, Tabi, will you actually rather have one moment of brilliance or a full match of discipline?
A full match of discipline would do.
So you don't actually want to be, but you prefer to be disciplined in the game.
Yes, because being disciplined keeps the team intact.
Okay. That's all.
Yeah, it keeps the team intact with the objective of winning the game. Just a single moment of distraction can cost the team.
And what if your team depends too much on one player? Is it strength for the team or is it a weakness for the team?
That's a very big weakness. Very big. If your team depends on a particular player, it's a very big weakness, because if that player goes down, the team is doomed.
Definitely.
Yeah, so it's a very big weakness.
Do you have that kind of a scenario in Expo?
Nah. In the Expo, everybody's a lion. Anybody coming in is even better than you that
You that went out.
Yeah, Expo is good. It's good. Everybody is.
Sabi Vidal, do you have a star player in this squad?
No.
Why do you think so? Or do you know so?
Well, I believe in equality. Yeah, we have this slogan we use every day in the team: one for all for one.
Okay.
Nobody is bigger than the team. We all play for the team. We play to win.
Okay. So if you were actually to choose the best player in the team, would you choose yourself? Or you have a particular player you admire in your own team?
Well, I wouldn't admire a player because of talents, but
Okay.
because of the dedication he has for what he's doing. I believe in hard work. Even if you don't know, even if you're not talented, but if you're dedicated, then you're my kind of player. If you're dedicated in what you want to be or what you're striving for, then you're my kind of player.
So have you ever been the bad guy in your team just to maintain the team?
So many times.
Why would you do that?
To keep the peace, people come from different backgrounds, different mentalities. There are times that as a captain, you have to be the bad guy here and be the good guy here to keep the group together. Being the bad guy here doesn't mean, if I'm being the bad guy here, it means that the probability of this guy distracting the team is very low. So I'd rather go for the guy. I'll be the good guy to the guy to which he has about 80% in distracting others. So I'll play good to him and I'll play bad to the other guy. But maybe later I'll talk to the other guy.
So Tabi, have you ever been the bad guy in your team to maintain standards?
Yeah, it has happened a lot of times.
And why did you take it upon yourself to be a bad guy?
Well, as a leader, you have to sacrifice for the team to be, or for the team to attain its objectives.
Okay. When things fall apart, do you motivate the players or do you confront them?
It depends. Most often, I'm a very blunt person. I tell them the truth. That is a leg sport. The president doesn't beat around the bush. So there is no need for me to beat around the bush. I tell them the truth. We are going out there. So I confront them.
Should a captain ever show doubt in difficult moments?
No, there's no need to do that, because it's like an army and every soldier depends on the captain. If you show your weakness in front of them, then you're leading the group down.
Okay.
You have to be you have to be strong in front of them, even when you're not strong. Show that fighting spirit, show that that strong mentality. They look up to you. If you bow your head down, then the team is down.
So only one of you, either Faith or you, Eta, will be remembered as the best captain at the end of the season. Who should that be? If I'm to ask you.
Well, I'll vote for my colleague.
Why?
Yeah, I admired what he did during our match.
Okay.
So we learn every day, and I will say I greatly admired his composure.
Wait. What should I say? Should I say I am downtrodden? I'm surprised of seeing another captain choose another captain. I lack words. I really, really lack words. Faith.
Well, I admire his honesty.
Okay.
But if I'm being honest, I'll vote for myself. Because in my head, I've always learned to tell myself that I'm always the best.
Okay.
Yes, that's a mentality I have. So, but I really appreciate his honesty. It will go a long way. It's really an encouragement and a motivation for me.
So when your career is over, do you actually want to be remembered for winning or for how you led the team?
For winning.
Not how you led the team.
Yes, I want to remember for winning.
A strong one. Do you want to be remembered for winning, or do you want to be remembered for leadership, Vida?
Well, I'll go for both, because if you're winning, then your leadership is a positive one.
If both of them were actually placed on a balance and you were asked to choose just one from this, winning or leadership, which will you go for?
I'll still go for winning. Winning keeps records.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's what a team remembers you for.
Dear viewers, we actually have to thank Tabo Faith for joining us today in the studio to talk more about his team, Elexpo of Limbe. Thank you very much, Faith, for coming.
Thank you.
And also we had the Warriors all the way from Moyoka, that is Al Jazeera Sports Academy, with their captain Tabi Eta Vidal, who came here today. Thank you very much, Tabi, for coming.
Thank you too for the invitation.
With that, we'll crown today's edition of a Sports Box on Royal Television. Mind you, Sports Box comes every Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and why not Saturdays for weekend sports on Royal Television. With me, Kusona Claudia Voma and Nguni Sonita. At the technical decks, we had in person of David Titango with general supervisions from Al-Haji Abuba Sali. Stay with us, don't go anywhere, for we have a news hour coming up at 6:30 p.m.